Hi guys, I'm going to do a quick review of a product I just got, and I always like to get just straight to it because I hate long intros. So here's the product. It's a Chantecaille palette. It's the Coral Reef palette, as you can see right here. I paid a fortune for this. Why? Because it's no longer available. Here's the thing about limited editions. I'm going to show you a couple of things. I originally started with Chantecaille when I fell in love with this particular palette, which isn't that long ago. I'm just kind of, new to it, whatever. And this is the Wild Horses palette. It was limited edition, but you can still get it. And I advise, if you like having a makeup collection of really nice makeups, you go ahead and get this one. This one, I got two of them. This is so sad. I got one. No, I've got three. I got one for my niece because she's crazy about horses. Shout out to Lindsay and her Horse Friday. And when I saw this, I just fell in love with it. But also because you'll see in here that I haven't even touched this one. There's the names Freedom, Mustang, Palomino, and Black Stallion. And then look at the actual ones. This is why I haven't touched it. Look in the engravings on that. Is that gorgeous? Absolutely beautiful colors. It is so beautiful. I don't want to touch it. To me, this is like a work of art, just like if somebody bought a piece of art and they don't want it messed with. That's how I feel about this makeup. But I love the colors so much that I bought a second one so I could use it, and I really think it's beautiful. But all her palettes, all of Chantecaille, Chantecaille is a lady. I forgot her first name, but something Chantecaille. And all her palettes have causes, and this is to stop the wild horse killing that's going on by government officials. It's not necessarily on government land, but supposedly the wild horses are bothering the ranchers' cows or something. So they herd them up. I don't know what they do with them. I don't know if they make them into dog food, and I'm not saying that flippantly because sometimes they have. But it just showed a film of a helicopter that was herding them for miles, and they were exhausted, and even the little ponies were falling over, like the baby colts were falling over in exhaustion. And then in the distance you see a black stallion. Look at the ones that get corralled into the fence, and he's in the distance. They didn't get him, and he hypes up for a second, looks at them, and then runs away. And it's not a cowardly thing. It's like, we must live on, and he's escaping as a survivor. It broke my heart, made me cry. And so I did contribute towards the cause for one thing, but then also all she does with the palette is bring awareness. I don't know that any of the sales percentages go towards the cause, but I would imagine she contributes if she's that passionate. Here's another one that I got. Well, here's another cause one. This is one, obviously you can kind of tell what this one's about. This is Save the Bees, and this is about the honeybees. It's almost entering a dangerous level of extinction. Not extinction, but a dangerous level of bees that it could become extinct. And so, yeah, I mean, like, they pollinate everything we eat, so it's very important. Not to mention their pollen and everything's used in so many things, from medicine to recipes to just all kinds of everything, makeup. Matter of fact, who is it? Oh, my Boom Cosmetics that I just did here it is, that I just did a review on. This is Cindy Joseph, and her product is Boom Cosmetics, and bee something's in it. Is it bee? Where is it? It talks about the bees, the bees, the bees, the bees. I know it's in here. But they talk about how responsible they are with it, that they raise double colonies so that any pollen or honey or whatever they take out of it, they also are replenishing. Like if you take a pine tree, you plant a pine tree, that kind of thing. So that's another cosmetic company. Let me just tell you, all the Chantecaille palettes also have one color that doubles as both a highlighter. Well, that doubles as a highlighter, and one color that doubles as a blush. And you can obviously tell that one. This one was kind of weird for me because when I first saw this baby blue, I was like, that's a highlighter. But it comes across as just a very, very light color. A slight hue of blue. Okay, and then I just saw this. Matter of fact, this may have been first. I think it was later. But I fell in love with this. This is the Diamonds eyeshadow trio. It's just sparkly. I don't know that they're raising like a mining awareness thing or anything like that. But I probably should go look that one up because I don't remember if it was a cause video or, a cause palette or just a really pretty palette. But there's that one, and it is kind of sparkly. And it's just a trio. Very, very pretty. All the colors blend well into each other. Then here's their 15 year anniversary. So this is a young line. And this is that eyeshadow trio. Sorry for the flashing there, y'all. By the way, remember this is the Fingernail Polish from Chanel. I think it's 717 or 707? 717. And I cannot say the name. Something like something. But anyway, it's part of the spring 2015 collection, and it's a really pretty, I call it I Work for Chick-fil-A in their home office. And as you can see, we had a special event today, so I have a shirt on. But it's Chick-fil-A red, if you ask me. I don't know if it's the right whatever color that, you know, PMS, PRF, or whatever it is. There's a palette rating system. Anyway. Alright, so here is this one. Now, this 15-year anniversary has 3 causes in one. Look at this. I don't know if you can still see them because this is what happens when you use it. You lose the imprint. There were the beautiful opalescent imprints, and now you can barely even see them at all. One was for sea turtles, one was for the monarch butterfly, and one was for elephants. And that is one of the best blended palettes, you guys. I love this one. So why am I telling you all about Chantecaille? Because I got this one. And because I didn't get it when it first came out, I had to pay a bunch for it to get it, like $20 more. And you're like, are you out of your mind? I'd be out of my mind to use it. That's the hard thing. Okay, so you notice the palettes are all different colors. This one's in white. And it's not the same as the bee color. It's more like a cream color. Like a honey color. Honey color. Okay, I get it. Anyway. And this is the Coral Reef palette. Absolutely fell in love with this online. Went to get it. It was no longer available. Went out to eBay and Amazon and found it. And so this is it. Just got it. And so the colors are, well, this is the base highlight color, it says. Eye color, eyeliner, and cheek shade. Okay, this time they did not give them little names. So here's your highlighter, your eye color, your liner color, which you can also use in your outer V. You can also use your highlighter on both your cheeks and your inner, what am I trying to say? Eyelid, inner corner of your eye. And then that, of course, is the, sorry about the mirror, the cheek color. Now, here's the bad thing. If you use this, you lose the gold. Do you remember my Physicians Formula where I had the Paris palette? Remember I went to see the New York, not palette, it was a bronzer. I went to get the New York one, and they had Paris, which is one of my favorite all-time cities, so I got that instead. And as soon as I used it, the gold doesn't go all the way through, y'all. It's just dusted on top. So if I use this, I'll lose that. But I'll always have the picture here on YouTube. Anyway. So, that being said, I brought with me to show you the colors. One of my favorite eye makeup removers. Y'all know that I really love for all over makeup. I really love the Exuviance Cleansing Milk. I'm just loving that. I also love the L'Oreal Cleansing Milk. Both of those are my all-time faves. Probably the L'Oreal one, but I'm really loving Exuviance. But for wipes, I like the L'Oreal Revita Lift. And it smells like the Lancome, because you know that L'Oreal Luxe owns Lancome and L'Oreal and many others. I don't even know all the names. I love the way these smell, but I could not believe that they smell just like the Lancome cleansing milk, which I fell in love with. So, as you can see, I have on, I think this is my Tom Ford Quad, and so I'm just going to take off this shadow. I'm not going to take off anything else, my brow or my lashes. Now I'm going to tell you something else. I'm in the process, as some of you who watch me know, I am in the process of trying to figure out what am I allergic to, because something is causing my eye to get really, really red, and I think I may have honed it down to either the air conditioning where I work, that's just, it's coming right down at my eye angle, so it's drying it out. It could be that. just dab that out so that it will dry. But I'm not using an eyeshadow primer, so no Urban Decay, which I've always used, so that's kind of weird. And I'm not using, if it's not that, I may try Shadow Insurance, Benefit, Too Faced, sorry, Shadow Insurance. Anyway, I like having an eye primer. I do think that it makes the color more vibrant, and I do think that it makes your eye shadows stay on longer. So I'm just going to kind of try to move my hair out of the way here. And I'm going to use this, which means say goodbye to the beautiful gold coral, because I'm going to use it. Okay, and without the primer. So, first of all, I'm going to use a medium angled shading brush, which is an E70 from Sigma. I don't know if you can see that. I can't see, sorry. There. I'm not doing this very well, excuse me. And I'm going to just use the very edge of it so that I don't use too much. I'll have to use this is a nice size mirror, I will tell you that. It's very nice. And I'm also going to use the shorter end, the butt end of it, and just do the inside corner. And a little of the inside lid. Okay? So there's that. And then I'm going to use a large fluffy. And this is all a part of the Extravaganza brush set from Sigma. And this is an E50. And again, you can see, I always try to put it near my face so you can see the size. This is the eyeshadow color. I'm going to tap that off. And I like to just put it right in the crease and then come up just a little, buffing it down. Right under the brow, right under where I just put my highlight on, and always going inward. See how I'm going in like that way, sweeping inward. And this is just a good backdrop for any darker color, or if you don't want any darker color, there you have it. You have your shadow for the day. I always like to add a darker color. So then I go to my next brush, which is a small tapered blending brush. This is an E45. As you can see, it's slightly tapered. Don't want to get it messed up. And we're going to lightly turn this, twist this, and turn this. Still got to tap it off so you don't get it all over your face. And I'm going to put down on the outer corner always, because wherever you put down is the most shadow. And then I'm doing a windshield wiper motion. And this just gives the depth, you know. And also then I start twisting this in this outer corner. Sorry. To give just the darker color on the outer corner of the lid and the crease. So you can see that gives you a little more definition. We'll blend that out a little more. Okay. Then I'm also going to take a short shader, which this is an E20. I can use the back of this. And again, use that same liner area and use it as a liner with a short shader. And I could use a liner brush, but I like to use a short shader because it's almost like using a liner and then smudging it, and I don't have to go through the smudging stage. And I do it there under the lash line and then right at the base of the upper lash line. It's in case I don't want to use liner, and I don't. So there's that. And then I always blend it out a little bit. And if you feel like you need a color to blend it out, go back to your highlighter color, but only lightly. Don't rub it. Just place it in there just a little bit. And then just go back and forth. Between where we're going to blend is between where you put the highlighter and the background shade, the blending or transition shade. Don't go any further down than that, or you'll start muddying up your color. And then I also kind of twirl it backwards here to make sure that I blend out that edge. And there we have it. That's a great looking palette, y'all. That's a comparison to my Tom Ford. Can you see? They're similar. This is a little more rustic. This is a little more, got some cooler tones to it. So I love it. And then, of course, don't forget, you always have a shade that can double as the face highlighter, which I'm not going to do that, but I could put some right here. I'm not going to right now. And also, I could use that in my inner corner or my lid, or I can use it as a blush. Smile and swirl up. Swirl up. And it's just kind of a peachy color. Guys, I love it, and I hope you enjoyed this review, and I'll see you on my next video.